For 7 days now, the EU Solar team and 30 Micronesian technicians have been traveling the Pacific Ocean on board the Caroline Voyager. They've taken on an unusual mission: the installation of solar systems on remote islands in the FSM. On Onun, the largest facility to this point is switched on, and locals celebrate the team and all they've achieved. It's the final leg of the journey to Yap. The evening is tinged with a romantic sunset. The solar engineers are thrilled their work is so well received. They're really looking forward to the grand finale.
Obviously, we're going there for the two final installations, Karsten, yeah? The two biggest ones. So we're all looking forward. It'll be different from what we've done before. A bit more of a challenge.
Tomorrow morning, the boat will dock at the first of the two islands, in Fadrai. Early the next morning, the Voyager anchors as usual a bit off the coast. Jos and his team head off with a motorboat as early as possible, eager to get going with the project. And run straight into utter calamity. Advance work necessary for installing the rest of the facility is nowhere near done, and the team has all of 1 week left to build the plant.
It's a bit of a shock, isn't it? Because the foundation's not ready and they'll need a few days to cure.
Complete bafflement. What to do now? The boat is packed with equipment. The team came all this way and has to take the boat home next week. The schedule is tight. But as long as the foundation hasn't been poured and the concrete's not dry, there's not a thing anyone can do.
I wasn't really too surprised. You know, these things happen. And somehow we didn't get the correct information about the status of the project there. My first initial reaction was to try still to finish all the cementing and the concreting before we would leave here, and still try to get it done. But with hindsight, that would have been very difficult. So it was the right decision not to push that too far.
The schedule has to be completely rearranged. Nevertheless, the equipment gets unloaded. F for Fadrai. The solar power plant to be leaves the belly of the Voyager by the pallet. Everyone's mood is at an all-time low. And then it starts to rain. Definitely not a day anyone will be writing home about. The panels and the rest of the equipment will be stored for a while. They'll be safe in the men's house, right behind the concrete that's still waiting to be used. The solar team leaves without having achieved a thing.
So that's goodbye for dry. Goodbye for dry.
Even in paradise, not everything is perfect. Everyone starts to cheer up, though, once the neighboring island Asor is reached on the next day.
Yeah, looking good. Yeah. Axel is a lucky guy.
Is it coming to us or straight to the beach?
Axel helps get the motorboat with its first load to its landing spot on shore, and then the team really starts to haul. The locals jump in as well. It takes about 40 trips back and forth on the motorboat before the entire cargo is unloaded. Altogether, 150 solar panels, 72 batteries, countless canisters, cables, nuts and bolts, and individual parts are being offloaded. The Micronesian technicians are pleased to finally get started with assembling the largest power plant so far in the REP5 project. But everything grinds to a halt when the short links turn up missing.
We are looking for very short links. As long as short as that, and now they are like this. What did they have in mind?
The box with the short links got offloaded yesterday in Fadrai by mistake.
And yeah, that's the bus bars and everything. Okay, so how do we organize a boat? Mario.
One small oversight can become a huge problem on a remote island.
The major challenge is the question, when you are on the island, do you have everything? Do you have every screw, bolt and nut and tool? If you've forgotten one thing, you can't just go back and get it.
But this time it'll be all right, thank goodness, because Fadrai is only 1 hour away by motorboat. While the missing links are being retrieved, everyone else goes to sort out a highly prized item on loan: a satellite receiver for wireless internet access. The Secretariat of the Pacific Community has asked the team to test the receiver. If it works well, then receivers will be installed on other inhabited islands to connect them up to the world at large and to each other. It's critical for the schools, but also for everyone else to be able to telephone cheaply via the internet. Up to now, they've only been able to transmit via radio receiver. Positioning the satellite requires a very gentle touch indeed. The laptop gives the all clear.
Okay, stop! We got it! Signal!
It's too low, you think?
9 days away from the office have led to quite a backload of emails for project leader Peter.
The junction boxes will be here on this side. They're always on one side. Start with that.
It's time to mount the PV panels.
Okay, so we need 5 in series. We've all agreed with that, and that's here.
Jos has a strategy session on installing the cables.
Okay, so we'll start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have to cross over. Then we go to the other side, yeah?
150 solar modules are being installed on Azor. Each one has a capacity of 130 watts peak. Altogether, they reach 19.5 kilowatts peak of solar power. It's the largest off-grid installation in the entire North Pacific region to date. That was part 4 of our series, Solar in Paradise. In the next episode, the team starts building the biggest facility yet on Azor. Stay tuned.